Hey everybody, welcome to Real Brave Live. We're back. It is September 2021, and we are back with an exciting episode today. I think you're going to be very pleased with what we're about to talk about. Well, at least Kevin will.
I will be very pleased.
Kevin's going to be very pleased. Real Brave is a music school. We've been off for a couple weeks doing this thing, but let me tell you, when I say we are a music school, we are a music school in person and online. We've got Practice Pad, which 3.0 is coming out pretty soon. We're actually going to rename it. It's going to be Real Brave Online. And you can get all sorts of stuff in there, including our own video suite where you can get live one-on-one lessons. We've done over 250,000 lessons in person, and now online. As this thing starts taking off, we're about to take over the world. Today is all about swimming in the ocean.
Yes, the Atlantic Ocean.
The Atlantic Ocean with a bunch of folks from Vermont. I had the esteemed pleasure to go to a live performance for one of these bands. I think their name is Phish.
The Phish.
Kevin's been waiting for this for 2 years.
Yes.
Right, to talk about a whole show that we're going to cut short.
Yeah, the shortest one, probably. I just want to also just ask real quick, so it's been a couple weeks since we've done this. Is this season 3 now? Are we on season 3 of the show?
Who knows?
Are we doing seasons? Episode 59. Yes, I dragged Dan to a concert 3 weeks ago in Atlantic City, New Jersey, to see the band Phish, that's with a PH, at the Atlantic City Boardwalk. It was on the beach. It was a lot of fun. It was a familiar experience for me, but it was a new one for Dan.
And how many have you gone to?
I've about 30. Depends who you ask.
30.
Yeah, 30 years, which is on the low end of like the fan spectrum. There are people
sure.
who have seen triple-digit shows easy. My buddy Jordy has gone to 300. We saw him at that show.
That was the guy behind us?
Yeah.
Okay. There's a lot of guys. Oh, the guy that you were talking to.
Yes.
Yeah. And you would like grew up with him or something.
Yeah, right.
All right, 300.
300.
Average ticket price?
Like 60.
That's easy math.
Well, okay, so there's like a whole.
Let's do that math.
You
really
don't
quick.
need
There's
to.
a lot of zeros
You don't need to buy tickets at face. And typically, if you're following the band around, you're not buying them at face value. You're getting them on the lot, and they're extras that you saw at when we were going in. You couldn't give tickets away.
What was that? A miracle.
A miracle, yeah. It's called Miracle if it's a sold-out show and you can't get a ticket and you get one for free. That's the caveat. It's got to be a free ticket because you're out of money at this point. I've been in that situation. I did not get miracled.
Wait, so I actually don't have a picture of this. I did take a picture of it.
The tickets in the sand?
Yeah.
That just right by the entrance?
Yeah.
You couldn't give them away.
And you've done that before.
What?
You've been in that situation where you've gone to a show
looking for tickets. Yeah.
Looking for tickets.
To be fair, I had tickets for the second night. I didn't have tickets for the third night, but this was Bader Field, Atlantic City, and the sound was fine. Outside
here it
of
is,
the venue.
actually. If you could see that, I'm gonna throw it up there right here. If you could see that in front of you, I've got a delay here. I just want to make sure I can get this going. I don't know if we can see it. You're still talking. It's more than 5 seconds.
It's definitely more than 5 seconds.
Anyway, if you can see that right there. Oh, now we're getting a phone call. That's good. Oh yeah, you can kind of see it.
Yeah,
so those are the tickets on the ground. Somebody left them there, and apparently people will drive 4 hours to Atlantic City to see if they can get tickets.
Oh, it's giving me the option to share this video with Phish Fault for 2021. It's a group I'm in on Facebook.
Okay.
You want me to?
No.
Are you
Yes.
sure? Okay. Share.
Are they like self-deprecating folks?
No, that's Phish fans who hate Phish fans.
Oh, okay.
This is a kinder group, kinder Facebook group.
All right. Well, let's go from the beginning. We know we're online. I'm waiting for this whole thing. We got there 2 hours early.
Yeah.
We got really good standing-only seats.
Yeah, we were right in front of the soundboard, which is where you want to be for most shows, most venues. You know, that's the sound is going to be best. That's where the sound engineer is operating out of. And I think we got really good sound. I said as we were leaving, that was probably one of the top 3 shows that I've seen, and that's based on the set list alone. So I'm going to go through, I'm going to read the set list from that show. This was Atlantic City, Beach, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. This was a Sunday show?
It was a Sunday show,
It was
yes.
a Sunday show, I remember, it was cheat day.
And you're supposed to never miss a Sunday show.
That's correct. That's correct. We had a landlady opener, which is anomalous because the landlady is, I mean, it shows up as a studio track on Hoist. Not Hoist, I'm sorry, Picture of Nectar. But it's usually part of a larger song called Punch You in the Eye. It's like a subsection of the song, right? Anyway, it was slowed down a little bit. It was fine. It was great. Sense and Subtle Sounds, which is also a part of a bigger song, but it was just the intro, and that went right into the Moma Dance, which was that was a cool one. That was where it got really funky in the beginning.
The whole thing was funky.
If you're just joining us, Dan's never been to a Phish show, so I'm trying to jog his memory the best I can.
No. So if you just said the words, if you remember, it was really funky.
Yeah.
A Phish concert is 3 hours of people dancing.
Yeah.
So the whole thing was funky.
Yeah. I mean, yes.
Except for one part.
There were parts that were funkier than others. I would argue. I would say the landlady's not as funky as it is groovy.
Yeah.
One grooves a little bit more for the landlady, and then Sense and Subtle Sounds is kind of like a weirder one. That's like one of their, like, it's not a bust out per se because they kind of do it. They've done it a lot. I saw that at I forget SPAC a couple of years ago. But it's not like punchy. It's not like fast. It's kind of like a slow, crawly kind of jam. And then the Moma Dance, which is off of their 1998 album Ghost, which was really where they came into their own with the what's called cow funk.
Can we have another meme to throw up there?
Funk from Vermont, where the cows live. That was really cool. And then the Final Hurrah, which I think that's from. I don't recognize the Final Hurrah that often. I know I've seen it a couple times live, but it's not. It's not in my wheelhouse. I think that's might be Trying Anastasio band, if I'm not mistaken.
No idea.
Or maybe Ghost in the Forest.
Is that from their website you're reading off of?
I'm reading off Phish.net. Get it? It's the Phishnet, and that was followed right by Mike's song. That was followed by Mike's Groove, which is a 3-song suite. Mike's song, which goes like.
Oh, I remember that.
That was a fun one. It goes into this long C# minor jam. That is followed immediately by, it goes into I Am Hydrogen.
I Am Hydrogen. Slower?
Yeah, a little bit slower in
Yeah.
6/8. And that's followed immediately by We Could Probably Groove.
No, the other one that you played, I do remember because that's a really cool riff.
Yeah. So, this is the Neapolitan flat 2 chord.
Now you're ruining
In
it.
the
We
key
have
of C#
another meme we can
minor,
throw up there?
you got the flat 2, which is a D, which is, that's in Moonlight Sonata.
What is?
That chordal movement, that Neapolitan
really?
flat 2, yeah. I don't know, they probably didn't take it from that. It's kind of built around the guitar, the riff. Yeah, you're crawling right up the C# minor blues scale, and you have the open D and the 11th fret on the G. That's your D major triad or dyad.
Yeah.
Followed by A major. Anyway, that was followed by the Sloth.
The Strangers Me Esoteric Phish Lore. All right, so the Sloth.
Yeah.
There was a person in front of us.
Speaking of esoteric Phish lore,
Yeah.
the Sloth is part of a larger suite of songs called The Man Who Stepped Into Yesterday. That's the whole story of Gamehenge and Colonel Forbin, and et cetera, et cetera, et cetera.
Meanwhile, their lyrics mean nothing. Go ahead.
Anyway, the song is called The Sloth,
Yeah.
and it's a really good one. It's in 5/4 time.
It is?
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Yeah, 5/4 and then 6/4.
But someone freaked out in front of us.
Yeah, because she carried with her a. I think we have a video of that. Intern Greg.
Which one was that?
I think that one's the 22-second long video of.
We might not have it. I only found 4 videos up there.
What I airdropped to you. Yeah, that was a 22-second longer, and it looks like.
I don't have times over here.
There's no times. It's just pictures.
It's the one without lights. That looks like somebody holding up a stuffed animal sloth.
I don't think we have that.
Nah.
No.
That's this one. They had the sloth.
Yeah, she was very happy.
She was thrilled because she carried that sloth, that stuffed sloth, with her.
Yeah.
Along with for some reason, an old telephone that she.
Yes.
strapped
Why
to
did
her.
she carry that?
I don't know why.
Oh, that wasn't part of the lore?
No, that.
Oh, I thought it was.
Maybe not. But she carried with that sloth with her, not knowing if they'd play the sloth. There's like 400 songs in their catalog. Not all of them originals, but.
And not all of them known by anybody.
Right.
Most of them not known by anybody.
Not by you. Actually, you'd probably recognize a lot of the songs that they play.
That's
but
not true. Well, I recognize that one.
They did a whole Talking Heads album. They've done whole Beatles albums. See, I'm getting so excited, and I'm trying to rattle off as much knowledge and lore that I know in the next 20 minutes.
Oh, 15.
Wait, what? All right. Anyway, after the sloth, we got Rage, which is it's in. That was a slow jam. Life. I can't remember.
Yeah, don't do it.
Followed by Back on the Train, and the set one closer was You Enjoy Myself.
Do I remember that?
Yes, that one was the one with the vocal a cappella jam.
Yes, we have that. Greg, just start playing videos.
You got it.
Because I want everybody to hear this. That's it. You nailed it, Greg.
That's the one.
No, we don't need to hear it. This is enough.
Yeah, because she carried with her a.
No, it's gone now. You can turn it off.
Are we back?
Yeah.
Yeah. They can't hear us talking during it, but yeah.
And then there was that.
And so that happened, and that is why people love Phish so much.
Because they do that?
They don't take themselves so seriously.
That was so bizarre.
It was silly.
Yeah, okay, so
much
they're
of the
not
music-
taking themselves seriously.
Like
I get it.
when we were on the way down there, I was like, don't go there with the expectation of like a rock band. Go there with the expectation of like a comedy troupe that happens to be like very, very good musicians.
No, I never got that. I thought it was a 3-hour dance party.
Yeah, you can look at it however you want, but like that's kind of how I go into it because it's silly. It's based in silliness and it's based in like just having fun. They don't take themselves so seriously, and it's what I don't understand about metal, which is like, oh, we're so mad, but it's like, why?
Why are they so mad?
Why you mad?
Well, that's really interesting. So you are attracted to the Phish because they don't take themselves so seriously, but they're really good musicians?
Yeah.
I didn't get that at all.
Which part?
I didn't get it at all. Like, so I thought they take themselves very seriously.
I think the
Trey
fans.
Anastasio is they're all amazing musicians.
I think the fans take themselves more seriously than the band takes themselves.
Do they? They do like alternative ways of
Lifestyling.
here.
Of being. They do like altered modes of perceiving
They
the
do.
world around.
And
So
we were not there. We were just there to witness.
yeah, we should briefly discuss some of the nomenclature regarding the fans.
Yes.
The Phish fans, they're a strange breed. They come in all shapes and sizes. You know, there's like the obvious wooks, which is like a.
You said you shouldn't say that.
I was kind of kidding. You know.
Oh, so that's a real thing.
Yeah.
Do we have a meme of a Wook?
I think there's a Chewbacca in there somewhere.
Yeah.
The term Wook comes from Wookiee, Chewbacca. You imagine these dudes with long hair and dreads and lots of body hair and kind of smell.
Smell. Luckily, nobody smelled around us.
Yeah, no, it was outdoors. It was fine. But you got those, and then you've got the custies. Custies are like the dudes that show up and they buy the posters and like all of the merch, and they're there, you know, to spend money.
Are those the ones that sell the grilled cheese sandwiches?
No, those are the kids. That's the fam. They're selling them typically to custies.
So the fam sells to custies?
Yeah.
What are the Wooks doing? They don't have any money, so they're looking for a miracle.
Well, they can also, like, there's a Venn diagram where fam and Wooks. But then there's chompers.
What's a chomper?
A chomper is somebody who talks the whole show. And typically they're right behind you. And we don't like them, and we want them to stop, and we want them to go away. The two guys in the first set that like walked up like right in front of us, and were just talking.
Those are chompers.
Those are chompers.
Everybody was angry at them.
And that other guy who was a little further in front of me danced them away. Did you see that? Did you pick up on that whole interaction? He did not like their presence, so he danced hard. Like the buff dude, the buff shirtless dude.
Yeah, the guy.
Who gave us that
the Ricky
blanket.
Martin guy.
Yeah, who gave us his blanket. He was like, you guys earned this blanket, and then left.
Yeah, he was just sweating.
Yeah, which, by the way, none of the blankets on that beach were blankets. They were all just bed sheets stolen from Atlantic City
It's just
hotels.
terrible.
Yeah, he was very sweaty, but he was a very aggressive dancer. He danced those chompers right to a different part of the venue. And when that happened, I gave him a big high five.
Okay, so the chompers walked away.
Yeah.
He gave us the blanket.
Right.
Set 2 ended.
No,
set 1
yeah,
ended.
right.
And then we were on the blanket with maybe 1 or 2 other people.
Yeah.
We were found. Somebody found out that this was my first show.
Yeah.
Right behind us, and he kept like clapping me on the back.
Yeah. Because
With
he was
2
excited
hands.
for you.
He was very excited for me.
You got an excellent first show.
Okay.
You got a lot of fan favorites out there. You got in just the first set alone, you had Mike's Groove, you had Yem, you had Moment Dance. It was a really great, the Sloth even.
Yeah.
It was a great first show for you, even first set in. Second set, you got a Carini opener, which it's like a meme, like taking your friend to their first show and it's a Carini opener. That was the really heavy one that started out the second set.
Oh, I remember that. That was cool. And people are very happy with that.
It was
I
like,
remember.
how does it go? It goes.
Yeah, I remember that.
You know, all that kind of stuff.
Okay. And speaking of sweaty guys, there was a guy and a gal to the right of us.
Oh,
and remember that girl and how she was dancing?
Oh, yeah.
She was dancing like she was a sergeant and telling somebody what to do.
Right.
But I don't even remember how she was doing it.
I thought of it as more of somebody who's in a football huddle who's trying to shake some bugs off of them. That was the vibe that I got. But good vibes, nonetheless. Second set, Carini opener. We had the sweaty couple. They were getting down. Set Your Soul Free. That's off their newer album, I think. Sigma Oasis. Set your soul free. Beneath a Sea of Stars. That's Ghost of the Forest. That's a Trey and John side project.
Something between SARS?
Between a Sea of Stars.
Oh, I think you said Between a Sea of Stars.
SARS 2, COVID-19. Might as well have been.
Might as well have been.
There were
30,000 people there.
Yeah.
I was a little nervous first time around that many people that hadn't bathed in a long time.
Yeah, but it was fine. Neither of us got COVID. Democrats. That was followed by Piper, which is a great song.
When did you decide to go to the bathroom?
Was that after we left?
No, you went.
No, set break. I went to like walk around. I said it was actually my first beach show.
Okay.
So I was like, we're on the sand. I'm in shorts. I want to go check out the ocean.
Yeah.
And I walked over there, and I walked through the entire crowd of people, and it was like a jungle just to get out there. And I finally got out there, and the waves were hitting my legs, and I was like, oh, this is nice. And I see a bunch of guys just like kind of in a row, just sort of staring out into the black. It was nighttime, the black abyss of the ocean and the sky, and I was like, well, wow.
It's peaceful, very peaceful.
All these guys sharing this very, zen, cathartic moment together, but separately, and then I realized they're all peeing. And I'm just having pee just splashed on me the whole. So I got out of the ocean. I used a porta potty on the way out.
Oh, that's hilarious.
That was but it was fun,
That's what we call fun.
There's a meme on there, Greg, of Bill Clinton semi-kneeling near some train tracks.
Oh, I put that one up already.
Phish chicks going to the bathroom in the ocean, Atlantic City. Anyway,
Okay.
Piper was followed by a Carini reprise.
All right.
Followed by Waves, which they played a couple shows before. I was kind of surprised that they played it there. I was surprised that they played it a couple shows before. I was like, you should save this for, obviously, the beach venue, but then they played it. And it was good. Followed by Simple.
I remember that one.
Which we should, before we wrap up here, we should go into some of the lyrics of these tunes. That was followed by About to Run. I'm not sure. I think that's another Ghost of the Forest. Followed by First Tube.
Oh yeah, I like that one. That was my favorite one.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a great one. That's
Because
a great.
it's all like uptempo.
Yeah.
Bum, 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 and they're playing
it's
below
very,
him.
very syncopated, and it's very interlocking, and it's fast, and it's grooving, and
Yeah,
it's,
that was probably my favorite one.
It's
actually.
a it's a common set closer, because at the end of that one, it's like he's holding the guitar up, and it's like
Yeah.
and so that was set 2 closer, and that was great. The Encore Opener.
Which I couldn't believe they were doing an encore. This is like 3 hours.
Oh my God, Fluffhead.
Okay.
That one was the one that was like, Fluffhead.
Yeah, people freaked out.
Somebody called that right before they played it. And if you do that at a Phish show, if you call the song like right before
You called like a magical bloop blop.
well, you earn so many fam points and wook bucks.
You do, right? That's
Yeah.
great. How do they tally that?
You get clout. It's
People look at you and they give you like that nod, that, like
They
that,
give you
like,
a nod, but they give you a lot of like the shoulder, like, yeah, you called it. You're the best.
And they remember that
You win
forever.
Phish. Yeah.
Yeah.
So somebody like right before the first note, somebody just went Fluffhead, and right after it was great. We gotta look at those lyrics backwards down the number line. I thought they could have left it at Fluffhead, honestly, in my opinion. But backwards down the number line, it's a good one. That's off of Joy, and that was released 12 years ago today, September 8th, 2009.
Oh.
Celebrating the 25th year anniversary of the band.
No.
Um,
So all in all, we've gone through the whole set list for some reason. What do you'd walked out of there saying? Where people are saying it was like top X show of all time.
yeah.
And you felt it was in
In
the
at least
uppers.
my top 3.
In your top 3.
Yeah, it lumped in there as Hershey Park 2009. No, sorry, 2012 it must have been. And
Swanky Hershey Park, huh?
yeah, that was a fun one. That was we got a lot of good we got good songs.
I can't imagine what that was like because I went to Hershey Park not too far after that.
Yeah.
We're passing by the venue and they had just finished with the Zac Brown band, and there was just they were pushing piles of beer cans towards the stage after the concert was open.
Yeah, I believe that.
So what would a Phish concert? What would they be pushing there?
I mean,
Needles.
push.
Piles of needles.
Yeah, hypodermic needles, tanks of gas, and stuff like that.
Okay.
No, but not Atlantic City. Everything just fell into the sand. It's now part of the earth. Here is lyrics from the song Simple. We've got it simple because we've got a band and we've got cymbals in the band. We've got it simple because we've got a band. We've got cymbals in the band. What is a band without cymbals? Oh, cymbals are grand. We've got a saxophone because we've got a band and we've got saxophone in the band. Cymbals and saxophone and cymbals 2 times. We've got bebop because we've got a band. We play bebop in the band. We've got skyscrapers. It sings a pretty tune. Every band needs skyscrapers too. And then Simbop and beepophone, skyballs and sax scrapers. Simbop, beepophone, skyballs, sax scrapers. A band that doesn't take itself too seriously.
Obviously, he read a lot of Dr. Seuss that week. My opinion on the whole thing, so when I first heard, Kevin had pushed like a couple of mixes he spent probably 2 weeks on. And
20 minutes.
So I'd spent some time listening to it, and I really tried to get into it. It was hard because there's no like rhyme or reason to it to me. I didn't understand it. Now go to a live show, now I get it.
Well, I don't understand what's not to understand about lyrics in Fluffhead. Tipsy, fuddled, boozy, groggy, elevated, prime, did edit her. Hellborn, elf child, roadhog, mountain, fortune hunter, man beheaded her.
Like I was saying, there is nothing in there to grab onto, so I had a hard time, enjoying it. But now going to a live concert, I understand it because like there's that stuff that's going on.
Fat, bulk, expanse, mass, lump, block, clod.
And then there's 20 minutes of great musicianship that people really dig. There's a lot of dancing, a lot of other things happening, people watching, and they have these chants that they do that are part of the chorus, and like it's a thing that people are waiting for. The musicianship is like perfect, so like every time stop is there, and people are expecting it. So it's a celebration. That's what it is.
Do you remember this part where it's boy?
Yeah.
Boy, man. Wasciufice, drive me to Firenze.
Yep. And everybody knew those parts like exactly.
Yeah.
So it's a celebration. It's a celebration of nonsense. He's a great guitarist.
Yeah, he really is.
And that's my opinion there. I mean, that's like if I were to write a review of Phish, that would be my review. This 3-hour celebration.
Yeah, and that's what's fun about it. It's not,
Phish concert.
There's some wishy-washy tunes in here and there, but nothing was like really. It's just like why do you go to a concert? Well, I'm asking you, like why do you go to a concert?
You're asking me why I go to concerts?
Yeah.
It's usually because of the songs.
Okay.
That's number one. I don't go because of the musicianship.
Okay.
I think you go because of the musicianship.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I go to get away, and I go to
The songs transport me to get to that away.
Right.
But not the musicianship. Like Sting is probably the closest I've gotten to that perfect musicianship. I've seen him like 3 times, where like every player is like, like awesome.
Yeah. Yeah, man, I go because it's fun, and it's like a different, like the whole scene, music aside, everybody at a Phish show is so friendly.
Yeah.
Like we didn't meet like one mean person.
No, we didn't. Well, we did. The two chompers.
Oh, there's 2 chompers, but they were so obliviously chomping that it wasn't like out of malice. They just had no self-awareness.
And they didn't look like they belonged. They looked like they were supposed to go to a Jimmy Buffett concert, a buffet.
Maybe.
Greg, you're not allowed to go to a Phish show.
Why not?
Because I said so. You're too young.
There are people who go with their infant children.
I didn't see that.
Baby Wooks.
Baby looks, huh?
Yeah.
There was a person in front of us that was just wearing her underwear online. That was interesting.
That was a bathing suit.
I don't think so.
Yeah, you might be right.
I don't think.
But it was a beach also. You don't see that at every Phish show.
Yeah, I don't go to the underwear on my beach.
You don't go to the underwear in your
Nope.
beach? I've never been to the underwear in my beach either.
Yeah, it's tough. It's tough to do that. So all in all, I had a great time, and I'm thankful. I would consider going again, although
You heard it here first, folks.
Although
Dan's
I'm
committing
not
to
committing to
another
it.
show in the very near future.
did have a very good time, and I thought it was very interesting, but
No buts.
no buts here, folks. And that's it. We were away for a couple weeks because why were we here?
Well, the week after you went to your first Phish show, you disappeared for a week.
I did. I did. I had enough.
And then I was gone for a week.
Yeah.
No, I think after the week after that, there was like Greg wasn't here.
Greg, we're gonna blame it on you.
Yeah, Greg, intern Greg.
Yeah, Greg was on vacation and some swanky hotel.
Nice.
We were stuck here. We actually all took vacations. That's right. Because this is the end of the summer. It's after Labor Day now. It's still during a pandemic, so we're still trying to figure this out. But yeah, we're back in business, so we'll be doing this hopefully weekly. Again, 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, talking about music. 2 guys in a room. Maybe we'll do like a yearly Phish show or something like that. Oh man, look how happy you are.
Can we go to the West Coast? I've never been to a West Coast show.
Yeah, you want to go? You want to?
The Gorge is a beautiful venue. Lake Tahoe burned to the ground, but I'm sure they'll rebuild it.
They didn't. I think they actually didn't burn to the ground.
Okay. Well,
They
there was a
made
show
it
that was scheduled to be there, and they moved it to Shoreline Amphitheater.
Oh wow.
Yeah. That's because the air quality was terrible.
They just moved it to. They poured 5,000 gallons of beer into like a dried up lake out there.
Yeah, that's where the song came from. 5,000 gallons of beer.
Yeah, and then just swimming and listening to Phish.
Yeah.
Uh,
But also Dick's Sporting Goods Amphitheater, or not an amphitheater, arena.
that's terrible. Were you playing Dick's Sporting Goods Amphitheater?
Yeah, they usually end their summer runs there. They might do New Year's Eve at MSG.
That's not happening. My New Year's Eve consists of my couch, and that's it.
Okay, fair.
Yeah, I'm old.
I've seen a couple New Year's shows. They're great. They're so much fun.
I've heard. And what was the pointing at the sky thing? Is that a Phish thing?
What?
I think we've just talked about this before. Pointing at the sky on the New Year's Eve shows.
Find somebody who looks at you the way Trey Anastasio looks at the ceiling when he's soloing.
Yeah.
Is that what you're talking about?
One New Year's Eve show, I was passing by because this is when I was going out, friends and stuff, Madison Square Garden, and there was just hundreds of people staring at pointing at the sky.
I don't have no idea.
No.
I have no idea.
And then I remember my friends and I, who were musicians, being like, "We'll never go to one of those shows."
Pointing at the sky. I don't know why.
Don't be snooty. Listen, if you're not familiar with something, don't be snooty. Go check it out.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
You
that was
didn't
the
think
whole
I was gonna
purpose.
go.
What?
You didn't think I was gonna go.
I really thought you were gonna pull a ripcord in the last week leading up to it. Like, oh hey, sorry,
Every
I
week.
broke every bone in my body.
Every week. 16 more days until.
Yeah.
15 more days.
And the amount of memes I was sending you, DMing you, just constantly, just trying to psych you out, seeing how far I could push it.
I would never do that. I said yes, I was gonna go. The day before, though, I felt a little funky, and I was like, that would really suck if I was that guy. And then, because you would be like, hey, he just doesn't want to go.
I would have been like, I called it, I understand, it's fine.
You knew it was going to happen.
My own girlfriend bailed on me the day before.
I think that the show's like an hour and a half too long. It was 3.5 hours.
I think it's an hour and a half not long enough.
Right. I felt like I got the point after the first act. I was like, wow, there's a second act.
Yeah. Yeah, I went to see Beck a couple years ago, and there was one set, and I was like, all right, cool. When's second set start? And people were leaving. I was like, why are these people leaving? They're missing the best part.
How long was the first set?
It was like an hour and a half.
I think an hour and a half is decent.
Yeah.
If you get there for the first act, right? You park. You're there for 3 hours. It's enough. Maybe I'm just old and cranky.
I love a good jam. I'm going to leave it at that. And the longer they jam, the better. They did an hour-long Runaway Jim in 1997. They've done 34-minute long Tweezers.
You said they did a 6-hour set once, or an 8-hour set?
An 8-hour set on, I don't know if it's 6 or 8. I wasn't there, but it was New Year's Eve, 1999.
I'm glad I didn't go to that show.
I think it's Big Cypress. No, Big Cypress. 2004.
Did everybody stay?
Yeah, it was a festival.
So like everybody stayed for the whole thing. They played for 8 hours, though. That's a long time.
Yeah.
To listen to like.
With like set breaks, I think, too. But
What?
with set breaks, I believe. But they played from midnight until the sun came up the next day.
Wow.
Yeah.
Greg, would you stay for the whole thing?
Probably not. I would have been passed out by then.
Ah. Custy.
He's a ghosty. Well, folks, that's it. I have a meeting in 8 minutes. Join us next week for something else, where we talk about things, stuff, and other things. Here in Real Brave Live, we're 2 musicians in a room. Check out practice-pad.com, realbraveaudio.com, and we hope you've enjoyed this wonderful, life-fulfilling goal of Kevin to talk as a person in the know about the one band that he loves, which is ABBA.
ABBA, yep.
Yeah.
I've been waiting a long time. Dancing Queen, Fandango.
Yeah, coming out with a new album.
Oh, really?
Yeah, first time in
How did I
30-something
not
years.
know about this.
Yeah, I
Incredible.
just found out the other day, and I was like, wow, why?
Yes, this has been a thrill for me. Thank you for indulging.
I did indulge.
Listen, I know that Phish fans are among the most reviled of all the fandoms in the music world.
Yeah.
So thank you for tolerating it as long as you have, and continuing to going forward.
And we'll do that every week here on
Real Brave Live.
See you next week, everyone.